You don't have a database, you have a community. And if you're not treating it that way, you're losing people almost every day. You don't even know it. This is Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan Ahumada. Let's get into it. I want to talk to you about something I've been thinking a lot about lately because we watch communities grow and fail. And it's something I don't think enough agents really understand yet. The old way of doing business, spam, the mass emails, the just touching base and sending 500 people texts randomly, that's almost done. It doesn't work the same anymore. And it hasn't worked well for a little bit as well. People can smell it. People can sense it. You're just trying to get business and you're not authentic. They know when they're just a name on a list. And that doesn't feel good. They know that you're just sending them something from your CRM. And if they don't, they know that they're being seen as just a transaction. And that doesn't feel good. Now, we've moved into a world of attraction. And that's a big shift. What does that actually mean for you? It means people don't want to be sold to. They want to be part of something. They want to feel like they belong somewhere. They want to follow someone who gives them value and makes them feel smarter about the biggest financial decision of their life. They want to feel like somebody is with them along this whole process, not just when they want to buy or sell, but if they're living in a home, you're with me the whole time. If I have a question, you're there for me. If I'm in the process of buying and it takes me 2 years, you're there answering questions for me, and you're showing up on social media and in different places, answering questions that are pertinent to me depending on where I'm at. And that's you. That's how you're supposed to do this. Because as the world changes and you don't do that, it will leave you behind. And most agents aren't doing it. Now, I'll give you a real example. I started Lab Coat Agents back in 2014 as a Facebook group, just a place where agents could share what was working, talk about tech, and help each other out. No pitch, no agenda, just pure value. In fact, it started all on online lead generation and how I was doing it at a very high level. And over the last 11 years, maybe a little bit more than that, that thing has grown into the largest community online of real estate agents in the world. We're talking about over 500,000 real estate agents. And that's across all the platforms. You know why it grew? Because I never treated it like a lead gen tool. I treated it like a community. I showed up. I gave stuff away. I answered questions. I brought in smart people. I made it a place that people wanted to be in because I always offered value. And I very rarely ask for something back. It's the same thing with this podcast. Now, stay with me on this because this next part matters for you. Your database should work the same way. Stop thinking about your past clients and your sphere as people you need to follow up with. Start thinking about them as a community you're building. Now, what does that look like? Think about that with me. And maybe you've got some answers before I give them to you, but start thinking about what that actually looks like. What does a community look like if you start building it out of your database or if you just change it in your mind? It looks like giving them something worth paying attention to. A market update that's actually useful, not some generic thing your brokerage sends out. A text that says, hey, I saw this house hit the market in your neighborhood and I thought of you because it's similar to yours, or it has a similar backyard, or it's your neighbor's. I thought you might want to know because they bought it at the same time you did. With nothing attached as far as reasoning. Hey, I want referrals. A social media presence where you're sharing real stuff. Your neighborhood, your market, your opinion, your life. Things that make people feel like they're connected to you. You know what most agents do instead? They blast out the same email to 2,000 people that says, thinking about buying or selling? Call me. And then they wonder why nobody calls. Nobody calls because that's not a relationship. It's spam. And people have been trained to ignore spam since 2005, probably, maybe earlier, but that's just the number that I thought of right now. I talked to an agent last week. I'm always talking to agents, our agents in other brokerages. But this agent who told me she hadn't heard from about half of her past clients in over a year, I asked her what she'd been doing to stay in touch. She said, I send them my newsletter. I said, okay, what's in the newsletter? She couldn't even tell me. That's the problem right there. If you don't even know what you're sending, why would anyone care about receiving it? So here's what I want you to think about. Your database isn't a spreadsheet. It might be in a spreadsheet, but it's not a spreadsheet. It's a group of people who already know you. They already trust you and already did business with you. That's your community. And communities grow when you show up consistently, when you add value without asking for anything. And when you make people feel like they're part of something, like they belong, like they're special to you. That's how I built Lab Coat Agents. That's how I built a brilliant tribe. And that's how I'm trying to build Y Realty all across the United States. And that's how the best agents I know are building their businesses right now. Not by reaching out and bugging people, by attracting them, by being the person everyone in their zip code wants to follow, wants to call, wants to refer their friends to. You don't need more leads. They're nice, but you don't need them. You need a stronger community. Start with the people who already know you, who already know your name. If this hit home, please share this with someone in your office. Hit subscribe so you don't miss these. And if you want help actually building these communities or building this out, if you want systems, if you want accountability, challenges, coaching, come to a Brilliant Tribe. We'd love to have you. BrilliantTribe.com. Check us out. We do this stuff together every single week, multiple times a week. Come be part of it. I'll talk to you tomorrow.